I was part of the process in the 6th admin. And the final comment by the minister and everybody who was there, when we finished the work, we were commended to have done very well. With the very same board that has been dissolved, we were commended to have done very well. Minister, I told you some time ago that your staff members are going to throw you under the bus, and I'm telling you now that you have been thrown under the bus. There's only one reason you can not give people information. Access to information is a constitutional right. And the only time you cannot do that is when you have a court order that says you cannot. If I am implicated in something that disturbs my life and I have to defend myself, the law allows me to have access to information. Okay? Now, I think the question, who is advising you, it is a very important question that you must take it serious. Not for me, but for yourself. Living here, live with that conscience that says, who is advising me? It's very encouraging to see that you are so willing to go an extra mile and dissolve a board for 1.5. When you have Downtown Studios that has wasted 90 million. When you have the CIFSAS that has a forensic report that you did not act on, the big report that you found at the department. You said you are instigating another forensic report, forensic investigation on CIFSA. You've spoken openly that there are thugs, they are corrupt, but you haven't acted upon them. But this board, that in its response, every line, they say paragraph 1, and you ignored their response. From paragraph 1, they say, the current board's term of office started 1 December 2022. They reported the matter 7 November 2022 to the department. I suppose it's the previous board, reported the matter to the department 7 November 2022. I deliberately said 7 November 2022 because I wanted to highlight that the department knew there was a situation. And they're correct, they're not lawmakers. And the process was indeed, it took 7 months before the department could act. The very same DG that you have today was acting in that department. We were working with her. All the members of the department, we were working with them. Yes, the Department of Sports and Arts and Culture were merged, but there was an acting DG, constantly an acting DG there in the place. That's why we are saying, who is advising you? It is very important. 2 June, that's when the department started working. And we spent days, even weekends, trying to fast-track this because it was an important issue that we did. And Minister Zizikodwa didn't see any reason to dissolve this board. Because he felt that you are actually saying, yeah, no, Zizikodwa didn't do his duties, his fiduciary duties. You are quick at dissolving the board, but you haven't acted upon the staff members. You are even scared to say that their names will be known and what. I don't understand. This is exactly what is happening at Sambro. The forensic report, what is it for? It is to find out what really happened. So the people who have committed crime or who have erred, they must know what they did. How would they know that these particular individuals, whatever that Dr. Khumalo is saying that the others refuted, what did they refute? They don't know. They don't have access to that information. So how are they going to respond? You have erred, Minister. You have erred in this one. Let me come to the board. I hope, I see you are doctors. I hope it's not honorary doctors. Is it medical doctors or academic? Right. To be a doctor is not a simple thing. These members now, their image has been tarnished. Because you didn't care about their image, you didn't care about their value, but you care so much about the two individuals that are in the department that you even protect their identity. But you don't have any problem with these ones that are sitting here in front of us, who their image has been tarnished. You have gone further to call for nominations before you exhaust this matter. That's how irrational you have gone. He's right to say you have acted very irrational, because what if this matter, it is reversed? What are you going to do with the ones that you have already nominated? What are you going to say? You have just caused something else. It's the first time I hear of something like this. And your appetite to dissolve this board so quickly, so hurriedly, it makes me wonder. I wonder who is in that list of the nominated ones now, who are ready to come and become a board before the matter has been exhausted. I want to ask these following questions. Having said that, I'm really disheartened. I'm really disheartened because you responded to me one day. You said, I want to resolve my issues, the past issues that I couldn't resolve. And today it is exactly the issues that I've been raising that this department has never addressed. You have suspended funding for CIFSA, you have suspended funding for downtown. But when the chairperson asked, where are the forensic reports that you said you are going to investigate? Suddenly now, no, there's no such. I'm not investigating. The Athletic SA, there's no forensic investigation that is happening. Here are the people. No, you can't do that.
No, but you are wrong.
You can't do that. You will have your chance to respond.
But you're making accusations of something I never said.
Yes, you will respond.
When did I say there's no investigation
Please.
of ESA? When did I say there's no investigation of CIFA?
Can I be protected, Chair? You will respond.
I'll give you an opportunity to respond after. Honorable Mthetwa, proceed.
I just want to find out, where is the former board? Have you engaged the former board, Minister? Secondly, you said the names of the department officials implicated, which is very funny that they can respond and the board must wait for their response and know whether they are refuting in order to be able to respond fully. Doesn't make sense. You have already dissolved the board, but you are telling the board that these particular individuals refuted your version. The version that you're hearing today, that's what you are saying that they've refuted. So there's a desperate appetite. There's an appetite to have this board dissolved, whether it likes it. So one of the things that are principles, you give people natural justice. This board says it was never interviewed. What type of an investigation is that? Forensic investigation is that? You know, you talk of human resource ethics, standards. You give people natural justice to respond. You didn't give them that natural justice. You just based on what you have, regardless, and ignoring them, saying, we were not part of this board. When this happened, we were not part of this board. Every paragraph in their response. I don't know which response you read. I'm struggling to find out what is the real reason for the dissolvement of this board or dissolution of this board. Nobody has said this board has transgressed A, B, C, D, therefore. It's only what we are hearing, 1.5. And I can tell you there are so many other entities that have wasted so much money, 29 million. They're still there, they are not dissolved. What is it that you have against this board? What is the hidden agenda behind you dissolving this board? We will follow it, and I'm sure soon we'll know about it. Now, do you have contingency base? Should your reasons that you have given, or that I suppose you know, you haven't given us, should your reasons be successfully challenged, what would be your contingency plan? How much budget in exercising whatever that you've done now that you would have spent? Should this board be told you didn't do anything wrong, therefore you need to be reinstated? How much have you spent in your nominations? What informed the nominations process? What is it that you are in a hurry to do? The CEO was there before. The CEO is still here, but the board has been dissolved. Why didn't you fire the CEO, the CFO, whoever was there? Because it means that why only the board? Why the board? Operationally, the CEO and the CFO would be the ones who are dealing with the monies. If they've wasted money, you would be saying, no, the CEO must leave. But you still have the CEO, you have the CFO. It's only the board that has a problem. I don't have direct questions, but I am just airing my views, and I feel that you have transgressed principles. Natural justice, you're supposed to give them natural justice, they must respond. They were supposed to be interviewed in the process, so the process indeed was flawed. I can tell you that if they were not interviewed, even the former board was not interviewed, I wouldn't take the outcomes of that particular investigation as genuine. I think you should do the decent thing and apologize to this board and reinstate the board. Otherwise, you'll have to go do another exercise, seek your own investigation, another investigation, independent investigation from this one. This one has misled you. If whatever that we are hearing is true, and again, I said it, officials have a tendency of misleading political heads. But the buck stops with the political head. And they know that. Government doesn't fire people. It's very encouraging that you have this appetite of consequence management. It's for the first time we are hearing that, yeah, the minister is moving. We're still expecting SIFSA's report, forensic, and all others that you promised. I would want, these ones were initiated by you. I would want to see you moving swiftly like you did with these ones.
The Honorable Mthetwa mentioned downtown studios. He mentioned SIFSA. Downtown studios, we closed down. SIFSA, we stopped funding from them. So I just want to say, where he says that nothing has been done, I wanted to start there. But also, Honorable Mthetwa educated me about a lot of stuff sometimes. Allow me to educate him that as a minister cannot fire a CEO. It doesn't happen. No minister has the power to fire a CEO. A board can fire a CEO. That happens in companies, it happens in entities. The board then, so I don't have the power to fire a CEO. And the last thing I want to just answer his question. I get things on my desk, and this is on my desk. This report given to me by the chief auditor, which is here today, that this investigation is done. I read through it myself with my advisors, and when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm going to feel the same way. Because I have nothing against this board. I'm just doing the recommendations. It cannot be. We shouldn't start that where ministers, on the basis of people having done well and being accused of one, I would say, wrong thing, and then say, no, we cannot act because they've done so many things right. What I propose here, Honorable Chair, is read the report that informed my, as you said now, which gave me great comfort, that members will sign an NDA. And call us back here again. Imagine if I didn't act on a report done by an independent company. And I know, Honorable Mthetwa, you think we're not going to act against certain people. I can tell you that I had a meeting with the auditor when she's here. I said to her, I want you to understand one thing. I'm never going to change one report of yours. Just bring them. Brought me a report last week, I think, or last week, the week before last, that implicates very senior people in the department. And I looked at the report. I said to her, trust me, will not change anything here. I know a person in that report, you always see them with me talking football and sports. We are going to, and that is what I said to myself. So I just want to say, if that report was saying that any other thing, I would have implemented it. So it's not that I've got a personal vendetta. You speak about the people that are coming. I want you to follow up, Honorable Mthetwa. But why are you wanting to make this a Gayton McKenzie thing? Did I write the report? No. Did I institute the report? No. Was I here when these things happened? No. What is my job as a minister? To do what the report tells me to do. So I despise the fact, Honorable Chair, where it looks like I'm the one chasing this board. I'm not. I didn't institute the investigation. If they were not interviewed, I then gave them opportunity to answer certain questions. And if they feel aggrieved that they've not been sufficiently, they have a right, like they are doing now, to exercise that right. But that's why you see the CEO, I have not, because I'm not eager just to take action and transgress what I'm allowed to do. Thank you very much.